Hi YouTube world. Let's chat about Saint Laurent. There has been a lot of unboxing videos of Saint Laurent panic buys that I've been seeing the past couple of days. So I figure this is a timely topic as we head into the holiday season. Every year we dread the annual increases, so it's not really a surprise at this point, right? And then we panic buy. I'm totally guilty of this myself. I know I've definitely put a couple different pieces in my cart. Not necessarily Saint Laurent, but just other pieces that I know that could have price increases in the next couple months or even next couple of days or weeks. And I'm guilty of panic buying myself. So let's take a look at Saint Laurent and make an informed decision on whether we should buy these pieces and feel confident with our decisions. I want to talk a little bit about the history. Saint Laurent was a gentleman that won a fashion design contest back in 1953 as well as 1954. He was hired by Christian Dior in 1955 and he started working for him as a designer. Dior passed away and Saint Laurent took over. Saint Laurent started his own line and shop in 1969. So in a short 15 years, he was able to be basically nobody and then opened up his own shop and created his own line. He was actually only famous for his ready-to-wear, not necessarily the handbags. He was actually known for making suits for women and making it popular so that women can wear suits. In the 60s and the 70s, Saint Laurent was not interested in doing handbags at all, and he basically outsourced the designing of handbags to two ladies, Madame Leroux and Madame Perrin. YSL bags, as you can see here, this is my collection. They were made popular by the creative director Tom Ford. So I have my pieces here today. This is my full collection. These are the most recent model releases. So when you're thinking about purchasing a bag for yourself, you first want to think about the longevity of a model. So giving you a couple of things that I was able to find online. Popular pieces that you can consider iconic pieces would be the Sac de Jour, right? That was first released in 2013. The next really popular bag is the college bag, which is the one I have here. This one was released in 2015. The Lulu was released in 2017. Then you've got the envelope. For the life of me, I was trying to find the release date of the envelope bag and I couldn't find it anywhere. I bought this bag around 2019, so I'm just gonna say it's probably around that year or so. Then you've got the Nikki bag. That was released in 2018. Question you wanna ask yourself, are these going to last for the next 10 years? And that's a question I thought about as well. These are all pieces that are still on the YSL website today, and they all went through price increases the past week. So just to give you a little data that I've collected, back in 2020, the price increases went from about 5% to about 15% for some of the pieces I was looking at, including these ones that you're looking at here today. Most of them were actually increases of single digits, 5%, 7%. There were one or two that range that went upwards of the 12 to 15%. Now, last year in 2021, the price increases were about 4 to 17%. Again, most of them hung out around the 7 to 8, 10-ish% in terms of price increases. 2022, the one that everybody's buzzing about, was between 5 and 25%. That is crazy, right? And a lot of them were actually about 15% when it comes to the price increases. Is it because, hey, due to inflation, they had to increase the percentage by about 7 to 8% per item due to inflation? on top of their typical 5 to 10% increases year over year. This year could be special. I guess we can take a look at the trend next year and kind of compare. Again, we also have to look at what market environment we're in next year in 2023 Q4 of each year. So this is my entire YSL collection. I've got shoes and whatnot, but we're just talking about purses today. To let you know, I did not purchase any of these pieces at full price. I refuse to. I always want to make sure I pay under retail. And when I say under retail, this is stacking up against US prices. This envelope large Saint Laurent bag is the oldest one that I have. I got this when my friend was working at Barney's, when Barney's still existed, at 50% off. I still have the tags in there. I don't know why I keep the tags, but I still have the tags in there. This is the second Hi Toby. This is the second piece that I purchased. I got this from jomashop.com, and this is the medium college bag with the gunmetal hardware. The third piece that I got in this collection, I'll talk about the pieces that I had let go. The third piece that I got here was actually on a crazy sale at Nordstrom. This is the Nikki bag. I think it's in a medium, and this has got the black on black hardware, and this is the crocodile? Mock croc. I'm gonna say it's mock croc. Then I purchased this one. This is the Cassandra pouch. I actually haven't used this yet. I forgot I even had this piece, and I need to start using it because I love this yellow color. Then I bought this one when I was in Capri this past summer, Italy. And because of the conversion, I bought this for, I want to say about $450. I have to look at my notes there. But this one cost me about $450. And I know after the price increase, it's about, after taxes, over $800. So this is the clutch. This one is the last piece I picked up at Last Chance. If you're familiar with Last Chance, this one cost me about $1,000. So none of these pieces I picked up for retail cost. And it's funny because in my previous videos, I said that I absolutely not hate, but I prefer not to have black bags. And yet the largest collection I have of any brand is Saint Laurent. And they happen to be all black bags. So I'm not sure how that happened, but I did have 3 items that I let go. One was the Tribeca medium. That was also in black, but I kind of used that once and I wasn't really feeling it. So I sold it off to Fashion File. The second piece that I got was the Saint Laurent wallet on chain. That was something I bought not too long ago. I used a couple times, and it came with a number of card slots. I think it was some crazy amount, and then I couldn't fit anything else in there. So when I picked this up, I also sold that red. It was red with silver hardware. I sold that off to Fashion File as well, just because I feel like this clutch has more room. And with the whole inserts that I've seen on YouTube, I figured that this would be more functional and have more room to put my phones, my cards, etc., as opposed to a wallet on chain that just had a bunch of cards and then you can maybe put one cell phone in. I just feel like this was much more versatile. I also let go of a red mini Lou with silver hardware. That was completely brand new that I bought in an outlet, and I sold it off to Fashion File, brand new with box set and everything. So those are the 3 pieces that I let go. So taking it the market outlook, which is kind of funny, I'm talking about market outlook when it comes to handbags. I'm in the wealth industry, so I talk about market outlook with my clients all the time, but that's obviously quite a different conversation. But what is your market outlook, right? When you're looking to make a big purchase like this, what is your market outlook? I pulled up a recent piece from Pop Sugar, and they were talking about clutches oversized totes, top handles, boxy bags, wristlets, Y2K shoulder bags as the 2023 trend. So think about that. If you care about trends, obviously do whatever you want. And whatever bag makes you happy, continue to use it. But if you are thinking about longevity, take a look at 2020 trends. Think about what kind of models is going to last the next 5-10 years. In my opinion, these are the pieces that I have, right? The logo is very classic to YSL. Taking a look at the shape, these are all very classic looking shapes. It's not like a very trendy bag where like the Bottega Jody, where it's a very specific small mini bag, but then it also is very trendy looking, right? It's not just the regular rectangular shape or more of the square shape. The puffiness might be something I want to think about in terms of its longevity, because puffy bags weren't always in style and probably won't be in style forever either. So whereas if you're looking at the grain texture, like these three pieces, that's gonna last a while. Because of its durability, people are always going to come back to that. So where would you want to purchase these? It's harder and harder for you to find YSL at a discount, right? Personally, I probably would never purchase on the Saint Laurent website just because they never have sales. I know Valentino has done some sales. Don't think I've ever seen Prada, but I don't really go venture on Prada's website very often. I know Givenchy, they do have their sales on their official website. On YSL, I don't think I've ever seen them have a sale button for you to take a look at their bags and purchase under retail. And again, I feel also the market outlook of Saint Laurent, they're building up their brand. They're coming to becoming more and more popular and maintaining that stature in the luxury brand industry. So for in the future, I feel like it's going to be harder and harder for you to find classic pieces like this below retail. But what I would suggest is to go to a store. If you're going to pay full price, go to the actual store. Don't purchase online, because YSL, usually the store, they don't have a crazy long line like Chanel or Louis Vuitton just to get in and talk to an SA, right? You can actually go strolling right into a Saint Laurent store, and everybody in there that I've known or talked to, experienced, have always been super nice, offering me water. What am I looking for? Is it a present? Would I like a box? What kind of wrapping do you want, etc. They've all been really nice, so it's good to build a relationship in case, thinking the long game, right? In case in the future YSL does become a Louis Vuitton or does become a Chanel, you have that relationship in the future. And if there's any popular bags, you can just text them right away and say, hey, I'm looking for XYZ bag, and they'll be able to help you out. The other option is to go to a YSL outlet. I know not everybody live close to one, but if you do, go to a YSL outlet and see what stock they have. It was funny because I was actually at a YSL outlet and I saw the Lulu in the small size, and it was in this color, and it was offered at 30 to 40% off. They also didn't display it on the shelf. The SA I was talking to was taking pictures of it to send to her clients. So again, going back to the sales associate relationship, right? They keep those in behind the closet, behind the desk, and they offer it to their clients. So that's another way for you to buy a popular brand like the Lulu for about 30 to 35% off at a outlet. The other way, of course, if you're traveling to Europe, it's always cheaper for you to buy in Europe because of the taxes. That you can definitely save about 40 to 50% off. So for this particular bag I got in Italy, right? I saved about 50% off purchasing this in Italy once I got my tax refund. Another way to look at it is to check out Selfridges, 24 Semvray, Harrods, some of these European websites to see if they have any of these pieces on sale. You obviously have to check very often. It's not like, hey, you're gonna go on the website and immediately have something available. You gotta keep going back and look at the websites. And of course, take a look at taxes and shipping to see if it makes sense for you to purchase it from those particular websites. Hopefully this was helpful. Let's not panic buy. I'm guilty of it, but let's make rational decisions after watching my video. Hopefully it was informative and helping you pick out a purse or model that you think you will keep in your closet for a long time. Like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. I want to cover topics that will help you adult easier. Life is hard. I want to help you save time and money so that you can live your best life and less than retail price. See you next time.